It has been more than 4 months since former Lieutenant Governor Jon Husted traded Columbus for Washington, D.C. As Ohio's newest U.S. Senator, Husted was picked by Governor DeWine in January to fill the seat of now Vice President J.D. Vance. For the first time since taking office, Senator Husted spoke with News 5's Jon Husted about that transition, its pitfalls, and the road ahead.
Jon Husted has spent the last 24 years in government, all in Columbus. That changed abruptly in January when Governor Mike DeWine asked his lieutenant governor to fill the Senate seat of newly sworn-in Vice President J.D. Vance. His transition period lasted all of 4 days before he himself was sworn in by Vance January 21st.
So help you God.
I do.
Congratulations, Senator.
When I became a U.S. Senator, I literally didn't have a chair, a pencil, a staff person, an email address, or a phone number. I just raised my hand and there I'm a U.S. Senator, and I didn't have the time that a new senator normally has to build that operation. It was very frustrating for me.
And frustrating for many of you who shared those concerns with News 5 in those early months, unable to reach Husted's office to voice their dissatisfaction, especially over government cuts. He says 4 months in, they're up and running now.
The customer service is our most important priority. If you have a problem, we want to hear from you. If you're having trouble with veterans benefits, if you're having trouble with Social Security, if you're having trouble getting health care coverage, and we can help, we want to be there to do that.
Several of those programs impacted by job cuts and now budget cuts in the president's so-called One Big Beautiful Bill, which Husted in the Senate will tackle starting Monday. $500 billion cut to Medicare, $700 billion to Medicaid. Do you support those cuts? And is there a concern about the impact that it could have on care?
Remember why we have to do this? Because if we fail to renew the tax plan, it will be a $4 trillion tax increase on working families and small businesses. That's why we have to get it done. I think you can find a balance between providing tax relief and structuring government to find savings so that we can make it sustainable. That'll be my goal. That's what I'm going to try to do as a senator.
But that $4 trillion tax cut is what the Congressional Budget Office says would add to the deficit.
Oh, that's not true. What has happened is that we've seen the growth of government get out of hand. We just want to reset that. Let's go back to where we were before. Let's not do that inflationary government spending. Let's get the budget moving towards sustainability. Let's provide the tax relief to working families. Let's be smart about it, though.
And one of the things I'd like to change in the budget is to end the abrupt benefit cliff people often face when they're returning to the workforce. I'd like to see them move gradually off public assistance and into self-sufficiency, something he believes will have bipartisan support. Jon Husted, News 5.